Think twice before getting a French Bulldog. Flat-faced breed is at higher risk of 20 common disorders and has such severe health problems that it can no longer be considered a typical dog. Vets warn. No shit. French Bulldogs face such severe health problems that the breed can no longer be considered as a typical dog from a medical perspective. I know some human beings that, you could probably assess as not the typical human and should be avoided at all costs. This is a stark warning of researchers. Why is this always in the way? Get out of the way. Jesus. Hold on. Just hold your horses here. I will get back to this article as soon as I can. When I can freaking read it. Why are all these pop-ups on this freaking website? Okay. This is a stark warning of researchers from the Royal Veterinary College who analyzed the health records of 24,631 canines, including 2,781 French Bulldogs. They found that the flat-faced breed is a lot. Yeah, 20 common disorders. Okay. Including narrowed nostrils and obstructive airway syndrome. The findings, the team said, highlight the need to shift the breed towards more moderate characteristics to reduce the risk of breathing disorders. I guess you got to breed them differently. Quote, achieving meaningful changes to the typical look of French Bulldogs over time requires buy-in from breeders and kennel clubs who publish breeding standards. But the biggest responsibility lies with owners who ultimately can demand dogs with more moderate features. Oh, all right. Well, this is going to be another thing that you can protest about. I'm calling it right now. People are going to be protesting French Bulldog owners because the cruelty of having a dog bred to be so fucked up. The Kennel Club have recently updated the breed standard for the French Bulldog to move further away from elements of extreme conformation with evidence of health ill effects. This is a very positive step to prioritize the health of dogs over human desires for how these dogs look, and we must now continue this evolution of the breed towards a more moderate conformation. In their study, Dr. O'Neill and colleagues analyzed the medical histories as recorded by UK veterinary practices from 2016 onwards in the Vet Compass database of all these bulldogs. Specifically, the researchers compared the rates of diagnosis of 43 specific disorders between French Bulldogs and other breeds. The team found that French Bulldogs are at a significantly greater risk for 20 of the disorders studied. This included the narrowed nostrils that can cause breathing difficulties 42 times higher, obstructive airway syndrome 31 times higher, ear discharge 14 times higher, skin fold dermatitis 11 times higher, and difficulty giving birth 9 times higher. Quote, there is no doubting that many humans love the feeling of owning their special French Bulldog, but sadly this study helps us to grasp the full extent of the serious health issues affecting these dogs. Especially in the lead up to Christmas, we should give dogs a special present by putting the needs of the dog before the desires of the human. Stop and think before buying a flat-faced dog. Well, you better not tell people in LA that, okay? No. That is one thing that they are not willing to give up on, okay? There's going to be a lot of protesting, and I feel like the conservatives can come out strong on this one, okay? Conservatives, not really big on French Bulldogs, I think. I don't think French Bulldogs are a conservative move. I think it's LA liberals. I see a lot of LA people with French Bulldogs. I think this is more their thing. I could be absolutely wrong. It could be a bipartisan effort. But I do feel like one of the parties needs to capitalize on it. And from living in LA, it does seem like the Conservative Party should capitalize on this. This is funny. The team did note that a greater percentage of the French Bulldogs in the study had been diagnosed with one or more disorders as compared to the other dog breeds at 63 versus 66%. This could indicate the French Bulldogs have slightly lower odds of being diagnosed with a disorder in general, they explained. Or it could be that owners are better at identifying health issues when they arise in other breeds. Despite being at a much greater risk for 20 of the disorders, the team found French Bulldogs had lower odds than other dogs of developing 11 of the 43 common disorders investigated, including lameness, obesity, and undesirable behavior. This, they said, highlights how the breed still has the potential to move towards a more healthier profile by selectively breeding out some of the high-risk physical features, like shorter muzzles and skin folds, that are associated with medical issues. The researchers caution that, as their findings are reliant on reports from veterinary practices, they do not indicate how long individual dogs suffer from given disorder, nor factor in its severity. Furthermore, the fact that snoring in French Bulldogs can be indicative of a breathing disorder is often overlooked by dog owners, meaning that this condition may potentially be underrepresented in the study data set. So it might be, because people don't, they're like, he just snores. It's like part of it. It's a Frenchie. Quote, social media and celebrity influence have really propelled the popularity of French Bulldogs. See? But sadly, their cute features can mask a whole host of health issues which can require costly treatment. There's growing concern across the veterinary profession that many owners aren't aware of these problems when they decide to bring a Frenchie into the family. We'd always encourage prospective owners to do a lot of research before taking on a pet, including considering whether certain breeds and crossbreeds may be more prone to certain conditions or require health testing. Vets are happy to offer tailored advice ahead of buying or rescuing a dog so that people have peace of mind that they're getting a happy, healthy pet and know how to best cater to their needs. Yeah, this is not good for LA liberals at all. This is not good. This is like the number one dog out here. It's such a status symbol. It's such a status symbol. Like, think about that. Think of all the things that like are status symbols that we give value to just because we value them. Not because it's like let's be honest, dude. The French Bulldogs are ugly as fuck. They look like little demon dogs. That's what my mom calls them. Little demon dogs. She ain't far off. Pretty spot on. Snorting. Like, you just see that, like, being turned into a cartoon where, the mean guards of like a dog jail are just French Bulldogs. You can see that in a cartoon. All dogs go to heaven 3 or something like that. All the demon dogs are demons in hell are French Bulldogs. Yeah, this is not gonna fly well. And what are you gonna do? You gonna give up your dog? Apparently these dogs don't live too long, I don't think. But these things are expensive too. You spend a lot of money on these things. And now this is another thing that you're not doing well. Somebody's going to virtue signal to you and be like, how dare you? How dare you own a French Bulldog? Do you know how much this dog is suffering right now? And you don't give a fuck, do you? No, you don't. You just live in your big house in the hills, in the Hollywood Hills, and you wear your nice clothes, and you drive your Tesla. Yeah, you're just a piece of shit. Oh, and you're vegan. You think that matters? Oh, but you feed your French Bulldog vegan food. You sorry sack of shit. I could really see this being something people protest. And you know what? I'll support you from the sidelines.